afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. The one, the only master propaganda, the only sanctioned source of comedy to entertainment in this dark and forbidding world. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on beautiful Langraskaya in the north. It is Tiramisu fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. Comrade Stalin taking on the role here of the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps with airborne troops, shock rifle, and guard motor. West and south, it is the Sloth. Your guess is as good as mine. Fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking a role there with assault support, Blitzkrieg, and Jaeger Infantry, forming up the might of the 3rd Panzerdivision, 1st Panzer Company, backed up by the 4th and 6th Panzergrenadier Company. We got here double infantry mines and double mine Panzerfaust here for Sloth, double grenadiers, double conscripts there, noting early machine guns here for the Sloth. You will likely need some eventually, but we'll have to see where it goes for that. Conscript eastwards here for Tiramisu, swiftly sitting out there for the glorious Red Army. Pawns there, Swifts seized. Using the points here as well. Pioneers moving westwards there for the Sloth, likely scouting out and possibly wiring off. There we go, denying entrance to the Soviets. Continuing eastwards. Will it be more grenadiers? Will it be the MG42 for the Sloth now? Will it be a mortar? Will it be a sniper? Will it be Superman? Probably not. 3rd conscript on there for Tiramisu, the Red Army, steady here, moving about. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Helps me get around the Byzantine and Kafkaesque. Well, not Byzantine. The Byzantine at least makes sense. Kafkaesque algorithms. And as always, a big thanks to my patron support, without which episodes many others would not be possible. Anyway, sandbags up in the centre. Good work there by Tiramisu. Gun is moving pretty aggressive eastwards there. Considering he's also going for a lot of grenadiers, Jaeger Infantry is always trying to look very likely for the Sloth, since if you're going for that many grenadiers without anything else, you really want a doctrine to fully take advantage of them. And seeing as he doesn't have German infantry, that really only leaves Jaeger Infantry, to be honest, here for the Sloth. And eventually he's going to need a machine gun. Another good thing for him to consider, which most round players never go for, would be a 250.5 to support the grenadiers in the front line, since at 4-man they will quickly force to retreat here and there. But anyway, more grenadiers on the way there for the Sloth, getting things around it. Tiramisu realizing here that Sloth pushed too far and quickly looks to surround the men. Good move there. Gunners moving towards the centre, occupying the sandbags, laid down there briefly. West side, we got the Pioneers gunners moving about there for the Sloth. 4th Grenadiers squad almost done, so 4 Grenadiers versus 4 conscripts. 4 infantry squads on each side. Just moving up eastern side here, swiftly advancing for the Red Army, for socialism. Troops sitting about here for the centre for Tiramisu. Back here we got Molotov for Tiramisu. Obviously looking to dislodge his opponent from any cover and whatnot. He may also be a bit concerned about possible machine guns. So far the Sloth has yet to reveal any machine guns so far. But even then, eventually most players will go for it. It's certainly very rare that a round player doesn't go for the MG42. There was a time when he didn't. We'll ever see. Never say never. Can you see them go well? There go Molotovs as well. Also just great if denying the Germans' infantry position, just force them out there. Gives Tiramisu's attacks more weight, as again suddenly Sloth can't use cover since the country just walks up, chuck a Molotov, and turn that cover into nothing. Bunker up here, he's going to need an MG42 to really hold up these, assaults, and this is really why you need the MG42, in part also preserve your manpower, since heavy grenadier builds are also very much susceptible to heavy manpower bleeding. That's also a bit of the issue there. Sandbags are plenty here for Tiramisu, digging in here, perhaps realizing his opponent's got no MG42s, at least for now. So while his opponent doesn't have the MG42s, he quickly digs in on the car point. A bold move there, but Tiramisu very aggressive, but again, can be difficult there since the Grenadiers can struggle with these sort of dug-in positions. So we'll have to see what Sloth does. Does he go for a mortar? Does he play around? What does he do? We got a Pioneer squad, Snod. Squad. Flanking around, they're heading around the calf point there, denying Tiramisu at least his resource, even as Tiramisu doing the same there. More sandbags. He's really digging in our heart here to a degree you most typically don't see. But this match is, slightly going places most matches aren't going either. Though only slightly. The Alpha Gun has been dispatched eastwards here. Has been dispatched for to scout out what the devil Tiramisu's up to there. We also got a demo charge here. I think he's doing that, by the way, to try and catch the Pioneers, want to retreat and sort of blow them apart. Cheeky one there. Very cheeky. No tag yet there for the Sloth either. He is going for the mortar, the Granatenwerfer, so he's going to blast Tiramisu out there with his dug-in positions there. Nice work there by Tiramisu. Thumbs up. Pioneers need to... Well, they need to get out of there, but at the same time, they can't just retreat. Otherwise, they get blown to bits, of course. Sloth doesn't know this. Tiramisu does. Then he's moving up. They might like to spot the demo charge, and then... well, shall we say, preemptively detonate Tiramisu's plan, unless he doesn't pay attention to it. In which case, think it out. There you go, opening up the Grenadiers. And there you go, demo charge gone along in the Pioneers retreat. Mortar, whoops, gotta move too far ahead here. Pioneers, yeah, got wiped there. More Pioneers were for Sloth. Definitely a slightly unorthodox start. He still has yet to take up. Tiramisu neither has. They again both players are very preoccupied with frontline matches. And the fact the entire map is starting to look like a very fragmented quilted patchwork rug from your aunt. You know, that aunt. Ground the center victory point. So yeah, definitely looking a bit funny here with the map over more firing down in the conscript position in this here. And we got shock rifle from Tiramisu, KV-8s, anti-tank guns, shock troopers, obviously, incendiary artillery, and the mighty IS-2 heavy tanks. So despite everything, Sloth turns around through the power of maneuvering. Mostly, in fact, the mortar never really came into mind. But again, just by basically playing around, Tiramisu digging hard and just pushing east, which is what most players would not do, by the way. Most players just keep attacking into this, hoping to dislodge Tiramisu eventually, and they take heavy losses. But by switching around here, playing for where Tiramisu is and opening up paths there, and sort of like, you know, trying to force him to react to his movements, he was able to force out there. So 2 thumbs up there to Sloth. That's also technically to some degree Storm to attack the one about, you know, just charging into where the opponent was, you know, had all their guns pointed at you. It's about trying to find the weak spots, get around them, and then hit them where it hurts, where they don't have all their guns pointed at you. And that's the trick. That is the path of the Stormtrooper. Contracting the Grenadiers here, though. Back here, kind of going up there for Tiramisu. Might be mortar of his own to counter Sloth's mortar. Of course, even if the mortar didn't get to use here, that doesn't mean the mortar is going to be useless. It's still a mortar, provides smoke and general artillery support. Could eventually come quite handy here versus Tiramisu. Though there's the shock troopers, he's going to need some heavy firepower. If you can't take that for Tiramisu or Sloth, by the way, it is Panzer Grenadiers. They will be able to get the shock troopers a bit of a challenge, but I think Infantry Force will need me while Tiramisu is taking up. They're going for the 10-10 command. He can't quite get anything from there yet. Going to use the western field point, ground the western victory point as well here. Sloth has, through the power of maneuver, managed to turn this around here versus Tiramisu very nicely. 2 thumbs up, but there you go. Shock troopers are about to put a very large boot into the recovery there of Sloth and stomp it down. Panzer, they're good to go. No, so we got light machines away there for Sloth, so maybe he's not going for Jaeger infantry then. Mortifying away there. Got 1 kill as Blyatlov got blown to bits. Continuing about here, mortar repositioning again. Shocks through the center. Needs to open up with the Panzer Grenadiers. Needs to get the Grenadiers up to back up those Panzer Grenadiers. Flamethrower Pioneers within range will also be great here. Sadly, not enough for the Bung Grenade. There you go. Quick grenade here from the Shock Troopers. Panzer the repositioning, taking heavy damage from the shrapnel. And quick retreat there. Grenadiers opening up, and of course, sandbags there. Make it difficult for Sloth to deal with the Shock Troopers at range since they're quite tough already. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's going to take some time, and obviously the mortar's going to be his best bet. We've got a light making us come to shot rifle it off. Mortar firing down. Sandbags shattered. But the damage is already done. Grenadiers being routed. See Saddles being recovered there. Grenadiers moving up. Might want to dispatch the Panzers to deal with that one as well. Some intense action there. Go 2-2 for the Sloth. You like to punch his Speedwagon. Probably put pressure on the Shock Troopers, the front of it, so maybe sort of get control of the map. Grenadiers was constantly east. A lot of action. Never a dull moment so far here between these two players. These hardened war criminals. I mean commanders. Grenadiers was the constant east. 2-2 almost down there for Sloth. Reinforcement healing happening here. Still not sound doctor there for Sloth. He still remains hesitant. His plans remain not quite fully hatched. Back reinforcements going on. 2-2 out there for the Sloth and the German army. Pushing eastwards there again. Again, note he tries, you know, to press forward as best as he can where he can, and that's obviously into the east. You got Grenadiers backed up with the 2-2 going for the counter on the west side. T-Stone light tank on the way for Tiramisu. And routed. Counter holding up out here. T-Stone light tank halfway down there for Tiramisu. And Sloth currently possesses no serious counter. I mean, obviously, a 2-2 with some support could deal with it. 2-2s have a decent chance. Obviously, that's a lot of resources, but it is something Sloth can consider. If he wants to insane in a map like Langraskaya, double 2-2 to counter T-70 isn't actually an entirely bad idea, though. It's going to be a bit tricky. I still think Sloth, though, should consider the MD-42 here to help deal with some of his opponent's infantry. I'll like at least a few upon there. Jock's moving ahead. Got the 2-2 opening up there. These backing him up as well. Grenadiers being around here. Oh, nice grenade throw by Tiramisu. Bait him into moving away from the cover and then had the grenade ready waiting for them. Clever. Judah being right at the counter. Shock troop there. Good teasing as well there. Sloth's right flank is now deeply imperiled here, and the Panthers also need to retreat, or they might try and deal some sneaky, but even with the teasing retreat path, that's a very high risk maneuver there by Sloth. But obviously, if he can make it work, you know, it's gonna work, but it's gonna be very risky for him. We'll have to see how he deals with that. There we go. Now he retreats. But at this point, it might actually be too late, so the T70 is quite good at wiping routine. He's got a grenade attempt here, but this time, though, Tiramisu, I think I estimated the running speed of the average Panzer Grenadier. There we go, to flanking about here. Could pop into the medic bunker, maybe to heart them out here. 2-2 moving up there. Yeah, did moving fastly to up with the 2-2. Bit of blow there to Sloth. Punishing again for those Panzers not retreating honestly sooner when he could have. Or at least popping into the medic bunker. It might not work, but it might just give them a slightly increased chance. Teasing puts back, but again, you might notice the 2-2 due to finding the Realms actually do a lot of damage. So again, like 2-2s can actually be a somewhat significant threat. And there you go. Panzer goes off, and the T70 is down. That actually makes the loss of the Panzer somewhat worth it. Somewhat worth it. Obviously, probably not what he intended to use as bait like that, but in the end, they did serve as bait, and they did actually allow him to take out the T70, so that actually worked out in Sloth's favour, since while the Panzers are quite good infantry, the T70 is just such a significant threat that getting rid of them is going to be a huge load removed there from Sloth's shoulders. Mines down here, good money there from Tiramisu. Constantly West was there for the Red Army. Mortar pumping away there again. East was there once more. His 3 divisional field almost down there for Tiramisu. Sloth could actually get away with taking up, I think. He's actually been able to control the fuel somewhat recently, so pushing for medium armor could be a possible idea here. Flare Mounts going down the demo charge pit, it seems like. Maximum weather for Tiramisu up deal with the Sloth, and Sloth finally goes for your infantry. I would say rather delayed. Going around in the east, Canadians moving up there as well. Can then be slowly cooking them with G43s, the Great Line Field Sick. Good to go here. Again, half 8 of it, 2 for Sloth. He could also, of course, add in the Jaeger Command Squad. 5-man going to be a squad with 3 G43s and ambush camouflage already attached to them. Quite effective, really. Quite effective. You could also try and take out first, but definitely doing either would be good. As for Tiramisu, a mortar of his own I think would be quite a handy addition. As for more control of the fuel points there, in fact. He definitely needs to, like, ensure that Sloth doesn't, get away with too much of fuel build-up ahead of Tiramisu, in which point, he can just push back at Tiramisu with a medium tank, in which case Tiramisu is probably going to feel a bit sad about the entire thing. Counter-construction for the eastern fuel pond there, which is wide open, exposed, even as it's got the western fuel pond under attack from the Pioneers. 2-2 moving about there, but it is very heavily damaged from contact with third anti-tank guns. There we go, Pioneers standing a bit about the contact and then burning them out. Good work there, loosening some fuel pods slowly. Flare Man goes off in the center, and these on the fire from the Maxim. Time to grab with the center victory bomb, gun 430, this is 369, a lot of action here. Field moving through the center here by Tiramisu. West side, got the Pioneers ground the point here. And here we got the shock troops rushing through as well. They're mortar in trouble here, and Sloth is forced to retreat in the face of Tiramisu's shock trooper assault. A vanguard of socialist determination and bullets. Maximum look up in the engineers field, going to bombarding there. This is going to be a position there. Find the house they're in. At risk it structurally collapsing very fast as high explosive shell keeps pounding into the roof and supporting beams. And there goes shops and retreat as well. They further promise a spectacular doom there for the Grenadiers. Rifle grenade off here though. Yeah, that's not going to work, but there you go. He actually managed to get him to at least move around it, giving the Grenadiers a slight chance of surviving that one. I guess a nice maneuver there by the Sloth. Perhaps the rifle grenade, at least attempted rifle grenade, was actually part of that to further making you pursue there. Who knows? You can build a support corps and could actually rush out Ostman here versus Tiramisu. That could be an idea. You could also just go for the Jaeger Command Squad, which could also be an idea. Truth be told. But there you go. G43 for the Grenadiers. We've got 2 G43s and 2 light machines up there for the Sloth. And there we go, we got the Jaeger command squad out there for Sloth and the German army, the 3rd Panzer Division. Pioneers on the west side here. And these shock troops going for the Grenadiers, causing a quick rout as the Grenadiers, even with the G33, stand no real chance against the shock troopers at that range. Mechanized armor company for Tiramisu. The Pommel Corps yet to go up there for Sloth. You definitely need to get that soon here. Grenadiers need to retreat from there as well. Shock troops retreat path is generally not a good omen. In fact, it's simply considered one of those, really bad signs of luck. Bad luck for the rest of your very, very, very short lifespan. Comes with the Grenadiers here on the west side. We got the Jaeger command going up there. Nice little ambush there. Mortar firing down there, causing some harm there amongst Tiramisu's infantry. Mortar, though, could do with a bit more barraging here, I think, directly from Sloth. But there you go, got a kill. Sergei blown to bits. On the west side, Jaeger command squad then heavy covers the conscripts. They're quickly getting some good damage in. 1 kill already. Could fill up with another one very fast here. Almost got it. So Pommel Corps still not up here for Sloth. Definitely should be a priority. And again, get out some armor here. Some Panzerwaffe. Grenade off here from Tiramisu shock troopers there against Sloth's Grenadiers, routing them. Yeah, come on across the continent in the west. Bit of shooting, Grenadiers in the center field, moving up. Shock from their mortar. Oh, right into the line of fire. So Pommel Corps finally going out there for the Sloth. We got artillery barrage in here from Sloth on Tiramisu. On the field, at that. Nice, so the command squad there. 2 kills. Half interventions, 1 from each retreat. And there you go. Tiramisu merging the crunch with the shock troops, giving them a bit more pressure on the front line for now. Though obviously the new guys do not get body armor. Mostly because when it comes to body armor, hand-me-downs are a bit more difficult considering all the bullets holes, Panther on the way there for Sloth. Very good there. Tiramisu shock troops being routed here by the Grenadiers. Mortifying down the maximum. Good hit there. Veterans 1 gained. 3 kills on the Granaten Alpha. Tiramisu is yet to consider delivery zone. Panther halfway done. Tiramisu are going for the T-3476. No! My apologies for the hiccups. Comes being hosted by the Grenadiers. Pack 40 moving about here as well. So far, it's not really had much time to really shoot at anything. Oh, Tiramisu cancelled the T-3476. Could it be that Tiramisu is feeling emboldened to go for the IS-2 heavy tank? Feeling the call of the Joseph Stalin 2 or the Commissariat, which tends to be a lot more direct. Panther 4 on the way there, very good. Bit short munition for the penlock machine gun. 2 plus the counters there. Quick anti-tank grenade on the armoured car, causing a bit of significant armoured damage. We got the Panther 4 moving in there. We got 427 to 97. Definitely a bit of a percentable tire there for the mortar. There you go. He is forced to go for the T-34 The round with the Panther 4 very much knocks Tiramisu out of whatever dreamland he was in, as he's forced to face the hard armoured reality of the Panzer IV. Shock troopers acing charging the Grenadiers here. Submachine guns spewing out copious amounts of lead, forcing the Tiramisu Grenadiers to, or Sloth's Grenadiers to fall back, lest they face total extermination. Nope, he cancels it again. He goes for another field gun. Tiramisu decides that this is ultimately the way of the IS-2, or a trip to the Gulag, apparently. His local commissar might have had a hand in it, though he won't say. Constantly being routed. Maximum forward backed up by a swarm of infantry here from Tiramisu. Panther 4 moving up. Second field gun almost done. Panther 4 shoots and spectacularly misses, so the shot flies right past both squads and hitting some dirt. But there you go. Second shot goes off, actually killing someone. And not a German in that, too. Lucky. There you go. Another kill. 2 kills now. Mortar to rain down. But there you go. Field gun opening up here on the Panther 4. He's up to get a shock squad on the flank here. Jaeger command squad by plus 32 to stop this flanking affront here to Sloth's frontline stability. threatening with grenades. Routed, almost wiped. Just reinforcing healing here for the Sloth. Maximum at the Jaeger command squad. We got multiple as well here. Sloth's position remains a bit precarious, but again, ooh. Nice use of smoke here by the Sloth on the Maxim, and inadvertently also the field gun. Still, again, I was about to say, Tiramisu starting for the IS-2 is giving Sloth more time to get up more armor pressure in the field, which could just make it harder for the IS-2 then to make an impact. Or at least give Sloth more time to just gain back up on the map. Solidify here around the field gun. Oh, good hits there. Almost right on the crew, in fact. Only 2 men alive, and they may not make it back home for Bosch. And there you go. Panzer IV finishes off the survivor. Another field gun nearby. Tries to open up here, but he may just be able to destroy the field, at least denying it to Tiramisu, and making it harder for him to stall out against Sloth and his panzers. There we go. Field gun kaput. Something further hits there. You pioneers will need to be careful. Max about to clear out here, and wiped it is. So he has a second Maxim out. Enemies on the flank though are being suppressed by that one, so they're not making as much progress as teams would like to. But the Sloth would like to. Mortar close to BT2. 5 kills. Could do a bit more barraging there, to be honest. And we got the 2 coming out the flank here as well. Rifling it off here against the Maxims. Mortar fire misses the mark. Gunny's going for the Western victory point here. Pretty tight position. I'm surprised he's not doing more on the far right flank here though. So now with the T-70 gone, that should be easy pickings. Meanwhile, Tiramisu is very, very, very close to the IS-2 heavy tank. He almost has to fuel in the manpower. He has the command points. He has to tank. So he may actually just work out to do some exceptionally good field pressure here from Tiramisu.
We have 200 points remaining.
And Sloth, I feel, not quite getting the impact with his Panther IV he wanted to. Going to need to reinforce fully. Panther being fixed up. Still on pin light machine gun. He's going to need probably Stu to have a better chance with the IS-2, though of course he could try with another Panther IV, though that is going to be a bit more tricky. Stu obviously would be the more straightforward choice. But as Contra move out here, the eastern side, moving up west side as well, we got 477 versus 185. Sloth's victory point situation is starting to look a bit dangerous. Quick ambush there. And apparently despite the ambush bonus there, oh, there we go, actually got some kills, and it's starting to look like they weren't getting any damage at all. They were roughing it off as well. Quick, another kill there. Moving up the centre, but being pressed by the Maxim. IS-2 ready here for Tiramisu at the 22-minute mark. There's going to be a challenge there for Sloth with only 1 pack and a Panther IV to stop. It's going to be quite the challenge. Not impossible, but you know, quite tough. Mortifying away there, close to Victory 2, which gives it access to some more accurate barrages. It's actually just faster badges, yeah, just faster ones. It's at Victory 3 the badges become more accurate. As swimming up against going to use on the east side. As he tried to cut off Tiramisu fuel and of course getting more fuel for the German army. IS-2's in hot pursuit here, and Sloth's entire right flank pretty much just falls back, as obviously he could try and stall out against the IS-2. The problem is he'd just be feeding it experience. He wouldn't really be gaining a lot from it, the current state of affairs anyways. Like the only way he could successfully stall would be with a pack or a telemine, and you know, he's only got 1 pack and he's not been able to do that on telemines. We definitely should consider some telemines. That'd be a really good idea there. At least he's getting some of the victory points, slightly slowing up the bleed here from Tiramisu on him. Meanwhile, Tiramisu of course needs to wield his IS-2 firmly, and he needs to get up more armor to support the IS-2, sort of, you know, to get proper weight behind it. Around the far western point here. Back reinforcement hitting for the Sloth. IS-2 sitting up there for Tiramisu. 1 kill so far. Sloth is asking up for the Stuki of Panzer IV. Osman at this point I think would be mildly suicidal. Mortar gain Victory 2 there. Very good. IS-2 moving heavy pack forward range, the Panzer IV shoots, actually penetrates. Pack also penetrates there. Very good. Pushing east with the gun of the east, the Jaeger command goes to the country there. IS-2 half health. Rifling it from the country in the east and route it. IS-2 at half health. That is pretty good there for Sloth. At least keeps out of the funny for some time. Like to push ahead with his armor. He's going for another Panther Force, so not going for Stooks here. Not necessarily what I would strongly advocate personally. Ooh, moving ahead here. Might actually have been a mistake. They could theoretically get Panther faster, but no. No, of course, here with the Jaeger Infantry also gets the sprint ability, which allows him to quickly close in and then Panther fast if he wanted to, but his size is not worth it. Don't necessarily blame him for that. Panther 4, they need to repair. 14 kills. Veteran 2-1 there. Go another hit from the Pack 40. Tiramisu IS-2 heavy tank there. Still keeping the victory points out of the Tiramisu's hands and actually starting to bleed him out. They go up there for Sloth. Field gun, they're binding the Grenadiers. Heavy fighting continues. These unrelenting, brutal pressure from both sides on the other. Rarely a dull moment. There you go, second Panther Force from Sloth, putting up a 2 Panther Force. Tiramisu is not far from, say, going for T-34, so it takes to back up his IS-2. He could also go for the H-85, but there definitely needs to be something to back up the IS-2 here versus the Sloth. Like, even as like it's up against Panther Force, just getting significant numbers is nonetheless important. Next one up against the Grenadiers, press them steadily. Grenadiers with the shock in the east. Panther moving up, shoots, and we got the pin machine on the way here for the Panther 4. Surprises they're not going for the veteran one there, but has certainly going to Veteran 2 faster. Conquest being hammered on the Panther 4, 15 kills in the center. Other Panther 4 there. Charging ahead pretty aggressively, they're looking to flank the counter in the center. Clearly not worried about field guns, and there you go, gets punched by 1. German infantry running into the rescue and counter they get off anti-tank grenade, but they are. Ooh, the anti-tank grenade failed, interestingly enough, or got cancelled somehow. Just looked like they actually got thrown and then sort of failed to do anything. Enemy's got shocks with the Panther 4. Grenade off, gets several kills. Apparently it didn't count as going off, despite actually throwing it. Curious. At least it looked like that to me. Anyways, Panther 4 there could do some repairs close to Veteran 2 here for him. Grenades and being hammered by the IS-2. Pack 40 gets another great hit there for Sloth and the German army. Two firing away. Panther 4 shoots, misses. Nice hit there. Being pushed back. Sloth still on victory point. At least he's stabilizing again here versus Tiramisu. Tiramisu needs to, I think, consider launching an assault on the flanks. They're trying to sort of unseat Sloth rather than just trying to bash ahead against him, particularly with the Pack 40 now being in a better position and being also more important experienced. He also definitely needs to bring up more armor to add some mass here to his armor assaults with the IS-2, because right now with just the IS-2 definitely runs into risk just getting it focused down. That's it. Like, he needs more firepower to like effectuate better breakthroughs into Sloth's lines. Otherwise, Sloth is just going to wear him down, I think. Blisters comes from the east, comes from taking some minor losses here. Other going to squad support. Active quick up, close with active rifle. The conscious the focus on the squad unless of course retreats immediately. Several hits in the IS-2. Panther was apparently having really great luck penetrating the arm there of Tiramisu's IS-2. While gain Veteran 2 doing it even. Shoots and enter the Panzerkampfwagen 4. On the east side here, Sloth's flank is once more collapsing and increasing unrelenting pressure from Tiramisu. And there, got to the barrage here from Sloth on Tiramisu and the red arm here in the field gun. Again, nope, he's actually using tracking on it. 2 thumbs up, bit of no ability. It's getting its line of sight, but also being able to spot stuff on the minmap is pretty good. Yeah, command goes to Maxim. Shoots and well, lands decent. Actually, flanking in the IS-2, bit of mistake there, but Tiramisu pushes too far. The explosion on the flank and Sloth actually solved this and punish it. Thumbs up. Definitely not something to do often, but you know, people actually sort of really punishing heavy armor by flanking it. But here we are, just pulling back the Pack 40. But might actually manage to pick out the Pack 40. Veteran 2 versus the IS-2. Shot bounce. Could actually gone for target weak point, possibly taken out, but oh, never mind. He got the IS-2. Tiramisu there pushes IS-2 over tanks. Too far, not enough support for it, by the way, and certainly not enough armored support. So that's a big tactical win there for Sloth, and leaves Tiramisu now woefully exposed as he has no armor. He's only got 1 field gun as opponent with 2 Panther 4s. He still also possesses the artillery advantage with the mortar. Not a big one, but you know, any artillery is better than no artillery, and that's really the situation that it is for Sloth. He just has the artillery, and Tiramisu does. Another unit wiped out here. Took a bit of trouble. Grenade off against the Gundis. Pioneers coming up as well there. Other Panther coming to support there. Still could do with a pin-up machine gun if you had the munitions. Artillery called in here around the maximum in the east. He's very consistent by calling in the light artillery badge. Conscripts took out the 2-2. Gundis about to get wiped with the shock troopers. Mortified, they almost got them in return. We got 8 kills on the ANR Ace mortar. Action just continues to be quite intense. And there you go. Panther opening up the conscripts, forcing retreat. As a side, that is not worth tangling with. Back here reinforcement going for Tiramisu, but he definitely took some hits. He's going for the K8. No, he goes for the H85. K8 necessarily would have been a bad thing if he still had the IS-2. That could have been quite a great support piece, but without it, that might be a bit much. When your opponent has 2 Panther 4s out and a Pack 40 still. Tier 4. Might be the Sloth has bigger plans than just Panther 4s here versus Tiramisu and the Red Army. We got 3 and 13 versus 135. I should fire halfway done. He's moving ahead. Yeah, come on, the Sword to send a victory point as well. Getting to the conscripts. H5 almost done there. Maxim there, half 8 to 2 other Maxim by Ace level with 12 kills. Very handy there for Tiramisu. So Sloth is starting to look quite solid. He possesses the arm advantage. And combined arms, again he has the mortar. There's still no machine guns here from Sloth. Bit disappointed that, going with the conscripts. Molotov against the Grenadiers. Panther on the eastern side, 11 kills. Other Panther's good to go. Still no pin-up machine on that one. Quick snipe there on the shock troopers. Exploding Jaeger. Yeah, command squad up in center. Pioneers laying down mines, I think. Yep, S-mines on the western victory point. Very good there. Hard to say what Sloth is planning over his resources. More medium armor. Right now I think they're very good. Just going for another Panther 4. As I think Tiramisu will start dealing with 3 Panther 4s, to be fair. Actually, I think allow Sloth to maybe set up for a big push using smoke screens and the 3 Panther 4s to just place. Push right through. 9 kills on that Ace level mortar there. Good hit on the Maxim. Pushing him down to less than half health. Another hit. Ah, that was a bit of a miss. More mortifying these guys. This is the conscripts there, hosing them down with a few well-placed shots from their Gewehr down field 6. Comes with the conscripts up here through the southeast road. Shot fire missed. Mortify remained off as well. Great here from the H85 on the Panther 4. Shot fired, but missed. Bit of a whiff there. More shots fine. H85 falling back here for Tiramisu. Heavy Panther being built up. Again, I feel like just another Panther would honestly do the trick quite well for Sloth. Get T for the front there for Tiramisu. Nope, goes to the K8 now. Could be used, I suppose, as a sponge to absorb fire limit from the H85. Still now, Sloth has got control of most of the map here. Tiramisu starting increasingly here with the armored fist of the Wehrmacht and all the Grenadiers, which Sloth is so far wielding quite effective versus Tiramisu. Again, Tiramisu, I feel like failure to get out more armor support for the K8 or IS-2 heavy tank, I think was a mistake. Plus, again, just charging it straight down the line, increasingly just channel vision in the center here. I mean, I suppose you could still turn this around, but I would say odds of it are looking increasingly slim. As I'm guessing, Sloth is basically going to go for the Panther here if he could. He could also just go for the Sturmpanzer. But again, he could also just go for another Panther 4. Let's see what he ends up with. K8 right about down there for Tiramisu. K8 sitting out. Holding up here the eastern munitions, holding the eastern fuel point, all 3 victory points. So what will Sloth go for? Gunny's being hosed there by the KV. And Gunny's being routed. Panther's on the way there for Sloth and the German army. And so at this point it just seems like he's going for it because he can rather than because he needs it. Oh. Pack 40 here, not enough for the target weak point in fact, bit of awkward timing. He should fumbling up the Panther 4. Needs to get it out before it gets knocked out. Would be a bit of a blow there to Sloth. Going for the eastern victory point, center one's being held here, so far right flank, also going to room in there. Gunny's flank up behind the Kiwi. Could Panther fast take it out? Nope, they don't have the munitions of course. Panther almost done here for Sloth. Tiramisu assault here is going so far quite well. The Gunners are being forced off the field here by Tiramisu's KV and the East fast push back in the armor. Actually like for a successful push, grabbing back most of the victory points now and denying them to Sloth. Could this be the beginning of a comeback here for Tiramisu? But there you go, Panthers arrive for Sloth. Also note here the Panther pushing it up for deep flank against Tiramisu, hoping there's no mines on the flank, which there aren't. So we might be seeing an actual pincer maneuver here of sorts from Sloth. Looks like it. Looks like it. Oh my. This could be a possible all or nothing here, or at least a killing blow attempt here from Sloth. Panther being repaired. The other Panther's ready. He just needs to influence up. The guy can squabbling head here. Possibly scouting out their bit was opponents up to, and there you go. Panther looking get ready here. Panther. They look like they're in sort of jump off positions, but he's sort of hesitant to jump off. He's about to get hammered here. There's the shock troopers, Panther 4 and Panther 5 opening up, keep moving in here. He's having to bait his opponent, takes first and attack, charging with the Panther 4 there, hard to say. Gunny's wiped up, and a blow there to Sloth. Could be here the Tiramisu wins. There we go, Panther's now going forward, getting up behind here. Catching Tiramisu in the back position. There you go, Panther flanking H5 shot, misses. Other Panther going forward as well. Panther's moving in there. Need to blitz, need to blitz. Panther caught up with the field gun. There you go, H5 child Panthers. Panther's all going for it. Their damage engine here. But Sloth doesn't care. Infantry to follow up, but the infantry's not there. This is pretty risky. Almost got the H5 here. Field gun being caught up in the flames of the Molotovs. Panther's got the H5 KV. Can't do anything. Neither field gun just easy prey him with this. Tiramisu's spirit is broken. A victory for Sloth. A victory for Dust Fatherland. A nasty 1 versus 1 here on Langraskaya. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Link and cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all tomorrow again for a nice episode.